And welcome back. Will Worsham joins us now for this week's Speaking Legal Discussion. Good to see you.
Hey, good to be here.
As always, are you ready for today's question?
Let's talk about today's
All right. Is it okay to ask my lawyer friend a legal question? Now, I'm going to assume by this, they don't mean if, for instance, I have you on retainer or we have business going. This means I bump into you on the street. Lee, oh, hey, Will, I got a question.
Sure.
Can you help me? Because I need help. I'm in trouble with tickets, or some guy says I've cheated him, or whatever it is.
Sure. Well, you know, I think there's a couple different ways to answer this question, and I think the best way to answer it is to say, yeah, I think it is okay to ask your lawyer friend a legal question, but I think you need to think through a couple of things, and I think there's a right way and a wrong way to ask your lawyer friend a question that's in their profession, or quite frankly, any professional.
I was going to say, that's across the board.
Yeah, it goes for accountants, it goes for doctors, it goes for musicians, chefs, you know, anybody that's kind of in a profession or something like that. I think you know, I think we like being recognized and ask those questions, but I think that there's a right and a wrong way to do that. And the first thing I'd say is, you know, are they really your friend?
Okay.
I mean, you know, or is it more of just like, hey, they're an acquaintance, I happen to know who they are? And from this perspective, I am assuming we're talking about for free, you know, I want something for free.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is the old I want legal advice for free, not, hey, can you help me form an opinion on what I should do?
And we're all, you know, I mean, we're always happy to get hired within our realm of way we work.
That's what you're in business for.
Sure. And I think that's kind of the next question is if they are your friend, then I think, yeah, feel free to ask them a question if it's within the realm of what they normally do. All lawyers and most professionals within our profession have certain areas of focus that we're more familiar with, something that we do day to day than what we don't deal with. And so, you know, somebody wants to ask me a legal question, if they pull me into an area that's not what I normally deal with, I'm more reluctant to want to answer that question because I don't know that I'm going to give them the best answer without doing a whole lot of research ahead of time. I'd rather get them to somebody I know that's going to take really good care of them.
I was going to say, knowing you, you would be more apt to say, you know, you really need to talk to that guy over there about this because I don't want to steer you wrong.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So let's say this is a friend of yours. You'd be more than happy to return the favor in your area of expertise. So like, you know, you own a grocery store. They can come and get some food from free for you.
Yeah, that always happens.
And then it's, you know, it's within the area they work. Let's talk about how to ask a professional for a favor question. The way that I get asked sometimes that I really don't like is just that precatory, hey, can I ask you a legal question? Well, I don't know.
Now you've been put up against a wall.
I'm kind of on the spot. I don't know what the question is. I don't know what it's going to involve. I don't know if I'm going to run into a conflict of interest based on something else I've got going on. So I'm much more comfortable answering a friend's legal question when they say, hey, Will, here's my question. Here's who's involved. You know, is this something that you can answer for me, or can you give me an opinion? And I always like it up front if they just say, and hey, you know, I'm not really in a position to pay, or I'd be, you know, hiring. Or sometimes they say, I'm more than happy to pay you for your time. You know, either one. When you've set forth the parameters of this is what the question is, this is who's involved, this is my expectations as far as if I'm paying or not paying, I think that takes all of the anxiety off of your professional friend about how do I respond to this question.
And I think it's also, you know, incumbent upon the person who is asking that they should be ready to receive a, I can't help you with that.
Sure. You know, forum is also a consideration. Facebook Messenger, I think, is a kind of a terrible place to ask for free professional advice. You should probably use an email address or a phone number that your friend has already given you, and that might be a tip. If the only way you know how to contact this person is through Facebook Messenger, they might not really be the type of friend that is close enough to want to ask that legal question of.
Well, Will, you know, the one thing I can say, there is one way that people can get free advice from Will, and that's all you have to do. You can email him at wworsham@color10.com, and he'll answer your question right on the show.
Sure will. Yeah,
all right,
absolutely.
Will, always good to see you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks for the advice,
you
too.
Bet.
Up next, the man with a mind for money is here. Bruce Porter is going to join us. We'll be right back.